What's up, y'all? It's a lot going on today, as you know. Um, Hold on one second. Let me make sure. Oops. Maybe I didn't do this right. What's going on, guys? There's a lot going on today. And so Kanye West was he pulled up to the building. Kanye West was there. They at the end of the day, they're trying to there's a juror that's in question right now that they're trying to see if he's going to stay on the jury, which I think he is going to stay on the jury. I know a lot of people are reporting that he may get kicked off the jury, but it's a technical question that they have for him. It's something technical. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to give it away. You know what I'm saying, what it is. I'm going to let them report it. I'm going to let everybody else report it. But there's something technical going on with the juror number 6. So they're actually entertaining that at the end. What time is it now? It's almost 3 o'clock. So they'll be entertaining a couple of hours. Um, I didn't go today, but I do have a lot of I got boots on the ground though, you know what I'm saying, that's feed me information. So I'm about to give it all to you. Hold on one second. So yeah, man, I got boots on the ground, I got contacts there, of course. So yes, Kanye entered the building. He didn't stay long because the reason why Kanye didn't stay long because he wanted to get in the main courtroom where Diddy was. He couldn't get in the main courtroom, so what they did was they set up an overflow room for just Kanye. But he's not trying to sit in an overflow room. They had an overflow room just for him. They didn't want him to go in the overflow room with everybody else. So they had an overflow room just for Kanye. They had to set up one real quick. They didn't know he was coming. They weren't prepared. Despite some of the reports yesterday, this guy, he spreaded misinformation yesterday. I think his name is Secret Service Sam or something. He go by Secret Service Sam on TikTok. He spreaded misinformation because he be ear hustling and he want to be quickly to be the one to report it, but he be getting it wrong. Now there's a girl named Emily there. She knew he was coming because she got an inside scoop from she knows somebody in the family. So she actually said he would come in today, but I guess that guy overheard it and reported that he was actually supposed to be there yesterday, but it was incorrect. So he's been incorrect a lot here. So I'm not trying to call nobody out, but that's what happened. But so Kanye West showed up. He couldn't get in the main courtroom because he wasn't on the family list. So they're going to have to put him on the family list in order for him to actually get in the courtroom, go walk in with the family. So I'm pretty sure they're probably working on that. So if he come back tomorrow, I'm pretty sure he probably get in where the family is. But the prosecution is close to resting their case. As we know, next week, either Wednesday, they should be closing out Wednesday. They should be resting their case Wednesday. The latest is Friday, they'll be resting their case. What does that mean? They don't have any more people as witnesses to come in. And then they'll officially tell the judge that they have rested their case. Now, this is big. Once they rest their case, now the lead attorney from the defense stand up and say, Judge, we ready to call our first witness. So I heard that it's going to be star-studded. A lot of people that's coming in for Diddy, a lot of his friends are coming, possibly to be character witnesses and stuff like that. So next week should be star-studded, according to what I'm hearing. I do have some official stuff like who coming, but I don't want to say it because just in case if I'm wrong, because people can pivot on their witnesses at the last minute. But for sure, they said that it might be star studded. some people that's coming to testify for Mr. Combs. So I don't know how long they're gonna put on their case for. I'm thinking it could be a week or so. If so, they rest their case. It's on now. Then you got jury instructions. Both sides have to agree to what the judge is going to tell the jury on how to deliberate this case. And once they do that, it's going to be closing statements. In the closing statements, the government goes first. I don't know if they're going to have a time limit. And then the defense goes second. And then the government goes again because they have the highest burden. So they get 2 shots at it. So that's what's going on. They get 2 shots at this. And once they're finished, officially, I can tell you, the jury now has the case. That's what I'll say. They now have the case. It's in the door now. That's why we say Diddy took it all the way to the door, or somebody say he took it all the way to the box, meaning the jury go into the deliberation room and decide his fate. So that's what's going to happen. We're on the eve now of that happening. So I don't know how long the defense is going to take, though. They might take a week or whatever. They might call some people back. But I didn't hear when the witness got off the stand yesterday. I didn't hear they said she's subject to come back. I didn't hear that. So they probably not going to call her back. They more than they're not calling Cassie back. I think the judge ruled against it. But they're going to put on their case, and that's it, man. Then the jury, they'll officially be in the box in the deliberation room deciding Diddy's fate. So we're on the eve of that now. Another week. And well, I don't know how long the defense gonna put on their case for, though. It could be a week or two. I don't know. I know it's gonna go past the. Let me think. This thing could be over. It's gonna go past the 4th of July. I'm pretty sure. It's gonna go past the 4th of July, man. You said he was supposed to be there yesterday and tried today. Nah, he didn't come in there yesterday. He didn't. He was if he did come, he stayed in the car. He didn't come there because nobody saw him. He came through the front of the courthouse today. He wasn't there yesterday. He was in town. He more than likely did try to come yesterday, but maybe he was told not to show up. But he damn sure showed up today. And he tried to get in, and he couldn't get in the main courtroom. They did set up an overflow room for him, just specifically for Kanye, with the monitors and everything, and so they can have people in there guarding him. But they couldn't. He didn't want to stay in there, so he left. He left with Christian, and no, he left by himself. Excuse me, he left by himself, and so that's what happened. Now, Lauren, she had reported this morning that he was on his way, so she was spot on. Just that other guy was not correct. She was correct, but the other guy wasn't correct. So that's what's happening right now with Kanye West. He probably, more than likely, he'll be back. But when he come back, he got to make sure that he's on the family list, so he can sit in there with the family. He can sit because they sit right in back of Diddy. So they like right in back. As soon as he turn around, they're right there. That's where his supporters be at in the main courtroom. But his people are close to putting on their case now. So I'm gonna hold my judgment until after the defense rests their case. I'm gonna hold my judgment until after closing statements. In my mind, Brian still got to be the closer. In my mind, he got to be the closer, man. He got to be their Mariano Rivera, because I had said before, the government, they got CC Sabathia on the mound, and we're in the bottom of the 7th. We're actually no, I can't say that. The manager now for the Yankees is talking to CC Sabathia. The pitcher, the catcher, the manager, and the first base coach, they're chilling with CC Sabathia now on the mound. They're getting ready to relieve him. because Mariano Rivera is fully ready now. He's fully ready. Mariano Rivera is ready. You know what I'm saying? I heard that the defense, they got John Rocker, man. I heard John Rocker is ready, man. He ready to rush to the mound. That's what I heard. I heard John Rocker, man, is ready to rush to the mound, yo, for the defense. Y'all know, if you know, you know about John Rocker. If you know, for the Braves, you know what I'm saying? John Rocker is ready. It's all steam ahead now. It's all full steam ahead now. This is guys. This is nothing but an old fashioned sparring match. This has been a sparring match. It was a sparring match yesterday between Tenny Garagos and Maureen Comey. They were sparring yesterday, man. It was just an old fashioned sparring match legally. You know, with that witness. So they're getting ready to close out. They're getting ready to rest their case, and then they're gonna bring their closers to the mound, and that's the closing statements. Maureen Comey and them, they have Mariano Rivera. It's just gonna be Mariano Rivera against John Rocker, man. That's just what it is right there. Two of the best closers in the history of the game. You know what I'm saying? And also they may pull a Boston move and let they may bring what's his name? What's the pitcher from the Boston that used to close sometime? He's a pitcher and he used to close. What's his name? Something Martinez. I forget his name, yo. They may bring him in. They need a closer. Let me tell y'all something real quick. The defense, they need a closer. And the closer is Brian Steele. Brian Steele got to be getting ready, yo. He got to be getting ready. Pedro. They better bring in Pedro, man. They better bring in Pedro. Come on, man. The Boston legend. They might have to bring in Pedro, man. Even though Pedro's a pitcher, but he can close. He has closed before in the World Series. We all know that. We all know Pedro has closed in the World Series to secure the pennant. They're gonna have to secure the pennant and bring in Pedro Martinez. They're gonna have to bring in Pedro, yo. The defense gonna have to bring in Pedro because right now, Maureen Comey and them, they bringing in Mariano Rivera, and we all know when Mariano Rivera come in, it's over. It's over. So they're gonna have to bring in the defense. Ain't over yet. Their back was against the ropes. Now, but yesterday their back was against the ropes, but they were rope doping. They were rope doping. Tenny Garagos was rope doping because when she first started questioning her, she was a little light. You know what I'm saying? She was rope doping, but she wasn't catching those punches though. Those punches was going on the shoulder, and then she just came back with a check hook. At the end of that, I think she gave him a check hook, a Floyd Mayweather check hook. And we know Floyd Mayweather had one of the most educated check hooks in the game. Ex Manny Pacquiao, man. Ex Manny Pacquiao what Floyd did to him. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're gonna have to do, man. You said, do you think Westmoreland could? Of course she can. Of course she can be the closer. Of course Westmoreland can do it. Of course. But it got to be Brian Steele. It got to be Brian Steele, man. If you know what I know, it got to be Brian Steele, man. He's the closest thing I know to Jose Baez. It got to be Brian Steele. I'm gonna tell you right now, if they had Jose Baez on the team, I would be like, nah, man, ain't nobody messing with him in the closing. That's just what it is. Nobody. I seen this man pull out 2 miracles in his career. Two miracles. This man is damn near undefeated as a lawyer. Undefeated. Damn near. So that's what I want to say right now. This case is coming down. Look, guys, this case is going to be a photo finish. This close. I can't say they got Diddy yet. It's close, man. It's going to be up to Maureen Comey to it's going to be up to Maureen Comey or the other lady. She's good too. They're going to have to connect the dots and try to close it. See, Maureen Comey is trying to go ahead and she's trying to go with a haymaker in the end. She's trying to go for a full conviction. That's what they're going for. The defense is going for a full acquittal. Guys, this thing is coming to a photo finish. It is. This is a close case. It's a close case. I don't know if they got enough to get him though. I don't know, but we gonna see. We gonna see, man. We gotta give the diddler a chance, man. We gotta give him a chance, man. Um, that's how I see it, man. I've been going there for what I see, man. Nah, this is close. This is close, man. This is close. I told y'all, man. Mariano Rivera is now working up a full sweat in the bullpen. He's now working up a full sweat. He's working out now. CC Sabathia only got 2 men out before he get out. They listen, at this point, they already huddled around CC Sabathia now. You know what I'm saying? You can go ahead and go to the dugout. Mariano is coming in. Mariano is going to be Maureen Comey. Pedro Martinez is going to be Brian Steele. It has to be. Brian Steele has to be the closer. Why am I saying this? Well, I'm not saying this for no reason. In the closing is very important. You cannot have a jury to fall asleep in the closing. It has to be somebody that can keep the attention for all that time. They gotta whatever. If they have a time limit, it has to be the full time limit. Because right now, guys, we going to the scorecards. I'm telling you this. We going to the scorecards, man. And you know, anytime Mayweather go to the scorecards, you know his record was a perfect one. We going to the scorecard, Joe. We going to the scorecards. I had this thing even. Guys, I do. I have it even. I have the case even. You know, we going to the scorecards. Tenny Garagos did just enough yesterday to make it even. She did. Because the way she questioned her, it made it seem like Jane Doe is lying. That made this case even. The case is even. I don't care what nobody say. Remember, I said that. Lord have mercy. You said Roger Clemens. You said, who's Roger Clemens, the opener? Ooh, man. You know, Roger could close too. He's done it in his career. So you who you want, Roger Clemens or you want Pedro? Who do you want, man? You want the Rocket, Roger Clemens? That's what you want? You want the Rocket to come in and close it? That's going to be Brian Steele. Damn, you just said Roger Clemens. Woo! That man had one of the best fastballs in the business. I lived through it. I seen it. I seen him live. I seen Roger Clemens live, yo. But you know, my guy is CC Sabathia. That's my guy. My guy is CC, man. CC had one of he had a trick. He had a really trick pitch. You said Pedro, okay, they got to bring in Pedro. Even though Pedro's a starter, he can close it too. He has done that. I remember one time, this was during the World Series. He had already pitched a game, right? He won a game, but the next game to close out the World Series, they brought him in as a closer. They brought Pedro in, man. So they may have to bring Pedro, man. The defense got to bring Pedro. But guys, I have it even now. The case is now even. They're going to the scorecards. And I'm giving the government a slight advantage because they don't need a full conviction. They don't need a full conviction to send them away, but they do need a full conviction. They need a full conviction. Actually, I don't have it. I have it dead even. That's what I have. I have it dead. Damn, Anthony just said Trevor Hoffman. Lord have mercy. Now leave Trevor alone, man. Now we can't have him in here. Leave him alone, man. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so Anthony won Trevor Hoffman. Oh my God. Come on, man. Leave the Hall of Famer alone, man. Come on, man. 500 career saves. Oh my God. Guys, 500 career saves, man. Trevor Hoffman. He said, Mr. Hoffman. Man, you crazy. Man, leave Trevor alone, man. Trevor is in an arena by himself. He's like the GOAT. He's like in an arena by himself, man. Come on, Dwight Gooden. No, we need a closer. He said Trevor Hoffman, man. Do you know who he is? He's the first one to reach 500 career saves. You know how intimidating that is when you down and Trevor Hoffman coming in? That's intimidating. Let's leave it at Pedro, man. But yeah, I have it dead even, folks. I have this case is close. This case, they don't have Diddy like you thought they did. They don't. They don't. I know a lot of people saying they have, but here's the thing. My question to you guys right now: do you think, as of right now, do you think the government has met their burden? Because if you say yes, Diddy is done. Do you believe they met their burden? That's my question to y'all right now. Has matter of fact, do you think, press one if you believe the government has met their burden on all charges? Press one. Because if you believe that Mariano Rivera is getting ready to come in, okay, you saying no? Somebody in here press one. Somebody believe it. Come on, if you believe they met their burden, like press one. If you believe that, okay, and press two if you say no. Okay, so we got somebody press two. See, ain't nobody pressing one yet. Y'all don't believe it. Y'all don't believe they met their burden yet. Remember, guys, the reason why I say that, they have to meet their burden. They have to. They got to meet their burden. They have to meet it. If they do not meet their burden, he has to walk. He gonna walk soon. He gonna walk right out of that courthouse. Back to his. They might as well get the jet ready. If they haven't met their burden, Diddy, go ahead and get your jet fueled up. Get the jet fueled up because they're gonna give you your passports back. Get the jets fueled up. Remember, nobody pressed one. Nobody has. So y'all don't believe they met their burden yet. So we'll wait till next week. I'll come back with that same question next week if you believe that. If you believe they met their burden. Just remember, guys, they have to meet it. They have to meet it on all charges for him to go away. And you see, the crazy thing is, you see what happened with Weinstein. They couldn't meet their burden. They got him on one charge, but they couldn't meet the burden on everything. The jury was completely deadlocked. And they also had the jury foreman. He refused to continue to deliberate. You said Jane Doe waiting on the jet for him. You think they pulled the Ocean's 11? That's what I said in the courtroom. I said, I think they're pulling the Ocean's 11. She's Julia Roberts. They are now, they might be pulling the Ocean's 11. I think she might have been helping them. You said the Pac-Man, you said Darryl Strawberry is up at the bat right now? Who you saying that the government got Darryl Strawberry at the bat? I got one better for you. The defense has what's his name at bat? What's his name? Man, I ain't even gonna tell. I ain't gonna do that. I said the defense have Ken Griffey Jr. up at the bat, yo. A healthy Ken Griffey Jr. Okay? A healthy Ken Griffey Jr. is at the bat right now. Did you hear me? A healthy Ken Griffey Jr., man. He had one of the best swings in baseball. Actually, I believe he had the best swing in baseball. I've seen him live. He had the best swing in baseball. His swing, that bat was beautiful. What's going on, Firefly? We have this case deadlocked. This case is even. And thanks for Tenny Garagos yesterday, because her dad was watching. Her old man was watching her. Her old man watched her through it, didn't he? Her old man showed up. He's like, I got to see my daughter go to work. And she did it. She did enough to make this thing even, because she made it seem like Jane was lying. And then Jane went and hugged her, yo. I believe they pulling the Ocean's 11. They try to get this man back on his jet. Can Diddy get back on the jet, y'all? Can he get up? Can he get back on Love Air? Come on, man. We know his call sign is Love Air. Come on, man. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if I see some activity with that jet, I'm gonna let y'all know. If that Love Air jet it lands in Teterboro, that means he ready to go. You said you think Diddy gonna dance again? Well, get the jet ready, man. Get the jet ready, man. That's the only thing I can tell you. Get that jet ready. Get the Love Air jet ready. That black jet. Get that black Love Air jet ready, man. Wash it up and let's go. And get them on out of there. Now they saying this is about race now. Now they bringing race into it, folks. Now they bringing race into it because they said one of the jurors they talking to, he got to be a brother. That's what they trying to say. But that's not what the judge said. He said, "Nah, I mean, he must have a logical reason for this. So let's give him a chance." The judge ain't trying to kick him off. You said who hugged Tenny Garagos? Jane Doe, man. Come on, man. Jane Doe. Jane Doe hugged Maureen Comey and Tenny Garagos, yo. And then she looked at Diddy, gave him a head nod. I see you on the Love Air jet. I see you on the Love Air jet. And you know Mr. West is in the building. Mr. West came. This is Ocean's 11, man. I told you Diddy was living like James Bond. He was. He was literally living like that. That man didn't run no criminal enterprise. You know what it was? He was just living in his own world where he was just in his own world, yo. They were just in their own world. That's how I believe it. You said government never had a case. Trump have his back. Oh yeah, the OG sitting over in the Oval Office. He's looming over the case. He's not saying nothing though. He's very quiet. He's looming though. You can feel his presence though. He's looming. That man on pardon more melanated people in the history of the United States, man. You better go look. You better go look. He did. He don't pardon more melanated people in the history of the United States, man. History than any other president. And people still talking down on him. Trafficking in the Mann Act. The Mann Act. All right, let's stay there, Ravens fan. So she mentioned the Mann Act. That's very easy to get him on because they did cross state lines for the purposes of illicit sex acts. And it can be consensual. But that Mann Act has racial undertones to it. What you mean it can be consensual? That was for Jack Johnson. Because Jack Johnson, like, what do you mean? It's consensual. This is my girlfriend. Nah, yo, it can be consensual. We don't want you with her. So I don't want them to put him on the Mann Act. I don't. But the Mann Act is on the table. And it's very easy to find him guilty on that. Very easy. I honestly think, to be honest with you, I honestly think it's going to be deadlocked. They're going to have a holdout. It's going to be dead like the Weinstein situation. Man, shout out to Weinstein lawyer, man. I saw him. He was like, he said Diddy got a chance. He said his lawyers are doing what they're supposed to do to give him action in the appeals. He said they're laying everything out they're supposed to. Now, that's why they kept asking for a mistrial, because they have to do that. I had mentioned that they're doing that because that's their job for the next level, just in case they need to use it. So they have to make sure that they put everything in and do their job. So did you know he has one of the main ladies for the that used to be on the that used to work that in this particular circuit, the appeals? He have her on the team. So she already know. She writing down a list of stuff right now that probably went wrong. So we're gonna see. Yeah, the problem is the Mann Act. Yeah, that Mann Act is a problem, folks. It is. The Mann Act is a problem. So we're gonna see. Oh, let me go back. At Dane C. Jane Doe. It was odd, Dane. It was odd. You said it was odd for her to hug her. It was. I've never witnessed that before. It was odd for her to hug Tenny Garagos. And she's a prosecution witness, which means that she might have backdoored him. She might have backdoored him just to help him, because look, she was purposely saying, yeah, that's the case. She said, so you changing your story now? Yeah, I guess so. That's what she said. So you changing your story from what you said yesterday? I guess so. She helping him. She helping him because she's not credible no more. She might have did it on purpose because she gave him a head nod when she was leaving. And he looked right at her. She gave him a head nod. I got you. I got you, man. I told you I got you. He know who his friends are now. Mr. West came in the building. Come on, man. That's his friend, yo. Ain't seen nobody else come in the building but Kanye. Kanye, at least he showed up. He couldn't get in the courthouse, but his presence was there. Dude, let me tell y'all something real quick. The media was going crazy when Kanye West showed up. They were going crazy, man. But they couldn't keep him there because he couldn't go in the main courtroom because he's not on the list. So what they did was they opened an overflow room for him. But that wasn't good enough for him. He didn't want to stay in the overflow room, even though he was the only one that gonna be in that overflow room. They made an overflow room just for him. But he decided to leave. But when he showed up, he met Christian at the door. Christian was waiting for him. And he gave him £1. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here. That's a real one right there. See, that's what I'm saying. If I'm down with him, I would have showed up, yo. I don't care what nobody say. That's my boy. I'm gonna show up. And don't get me wrong, my boy was doing the most, but at least I'll show up to support. So shout out to Mr. West, man. Shout out to Mr. West. You said good morning. You said good morning, Mr. West. Yeah, Mr. West showed up. Got out of black Maybach. Maybach. It's called a Maybach. We say Maybach, but it's a Maybach. That's how you pronounce it, Germany. Maybach. My friend used to correct me on that. She German. She said, no, it's Maybach. Mr. West has entered the building, man. Looking like a comic book action hero and shit. Dressed in all white, black shades. Looking like a damn comic book hero, man. He only show up how Mr. West would show up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kanye, man. Oh, Ye, or whatever he calls himself, Ye. And then somebody was speculating that he's doing that because, you know what I'm saying, he's in good graces with Trump. You know what I'm saying? So he might try to put in a word with the president. But the president, he don't have to put in a word with the president. The president already know. But he got other situations going on right now in the situation room. You know, I don't know if y'all heard, man. Somebody said we can't be distracted. I'm not distracted. I know what's going on. Shit, we might be on the brink of something crazy. Iran just got attacked. So yeah, I'm aware of it. I'm aware of it. I'm most definitely aware of it, man. Everybody's aware of it. Everybody in here know that happened already. Okay, everybody knows. Are y'all distracted by that? Y'all know about it already. I don't need to tell y'all what happened. Let me tell you, this is the first time in history that nobody is distracted by nothing. Nobody. No, ain't nobody distracted. Everybody know what happened. Everybody know what's going on. Did Antonio Brown turn himself in yet? He probably doing it through his lawyer. That's what he probably working on. He not missing. Antonio Brown not missing. He in Miami somewhere. He not missing. But I believe his story. I believe he got jumped and they tried to rob him. That's what I believe, and he shot back. And them guns is registered. They're not illegal firearms. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, those firearms is registered, I believe. So if he can prove that they tried to jump him, he more than right to use force like that, especially if they're trying to rob him. But he not missing though. He probably will work through his lawyer to turn himself in and go that route. He might do it today if he hadn't done it so already. No, we not. Yeah, Firefly. We don't have no distractions. We just choose to be interested in Diddy's case. We not distracted by nothing. Nobody is. We know everything that's going on around the world right now. Everybody in here do. And if you don't, you can just quickly Google it. That's it. So don't let nobody say you distracted. You're not distracted. You just choose. You pay your cell phone, don't you? So you choose to listen to what you want to listen to. You know, we can't say you distracting from anything. That's actually going against your intelligence when somebody say that. You're not distracted. Nobody is. But the only one person is distracted right now is Trump. He has to be. He not looking at this case right now. He can't. He can't. That's not the first thing on his priority list right now. He's trying to see what's going on around the world right now because we on shaky ground now. Now that Iran got attacked, we know that they have nukes. You know what I'm saying? So that's we on shaky ground with that. And we're on shaky ground with that. So when I heard that, I said, "Oh my goodness." We knew it was like a bound to happen. Like something was bound to pop off. It was just a matter of time. Now I'm just waiting for North Korea to start testing their joints now. He can't be left out. But I hope we don't get to that point where it was back in the 1960s. I hope we don't get back to that where people, it was like critical times back then. Actually, no, we lived through it already, the Cold War. A lot of us is old enough to remember the Cold War. A lot of us remember when Berlin Wall fell. A lot of us remember that. So no, this is like the third, fourth time. Let me see, in our lifetime, for me, it's like the second time. I wasn't living back in when Kennedy was president and Lyndon Johnson. I was born right at the tail end of the Vietnam War. That's when I came into existence. That's when I portal back in. I portal back in then. Okay, Iran is hitting Tel Aviv back right now. Yeah, guys, we're getting ready. It's getting ready to get thick, man. That's real beef. That's real beef right there. That's international beef. You know what I'm saying? So, man, Netanyahu been around before I was born, yo. He been around before I was born, yo. He been around. He been in the thick of it. I would say why this has been going on way. If you go back in history for a minute, it's been going on for oh my god, and now we're living through it. We're living through when it's like ain't no more talking. Trump came on and announced that we tried to negotiate. He tried to negotiate. They ain't trying to negotiate, man. They trying to live off experience. They trying to live off activity, man. So it ain't no negotiation right now. That's when it's bad. When they not willing to sit at the negotiation table is bad, yo. None of us here has lived through a world war. None of us. Did you know my great great grandfather? He was drafted in the old man draft. And World War II? Did they have the old man draft or World War One? When was the old man draft? I think it was World War One. He was drafted. His wife had to go work. My great great grandmother had to go work in the she had to go work in the mill because they were creating weapons. She had to replace his job, and he went off to serve in the theater of I forget what they call it. I believe it was World War One. None of us have lived through nothing like that, but I hope we ain't getting back to that point. Some people say this Diddy thing is a distraction. No, it's not. We're not distracted by nothing. We know everything. So we can't control it. So, you know what I'm saying? We try to look at other stuff. Yeah, we try to, look at other things, but the distraction, nah, none of us are. You said it was held on April 27, 1942. The old man registration, sometimes called the old man draft, or the fourth registration, was used during World War II as a way to gather. Yeah, yep, he was in that draft. Yep, he went off, yo. My cousin still had the letters when he was writing his wife. We got him in plexiglass because he told her he wasn't coming back. He said he's not coming back. He wrote her. He said, take care of the kids. I'm not coming back. But he came back. He came back. But yeah, my family still had those letters that he wrote his wife. And he was 40 some years old at the time when he got drafted. He was in his 40s, late 40s too. And his brother got drafted with him because they were a family of 8. He wasn't the oldest out of his brothers and sisters, but him and his brother, the one that got drafted in the old man draft. And his 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 uh his cousin, which is my great, I forget how you call it, my great uncle, he was actually drafted in the war and he came back. He had severe PTSD where he stayed in a home for the rest of his life. It was kind of sad. He had severe PTSD when he came home. Severe PTSD. They call it shell shock, but it's called PTSD now. Back then they called it the 1,000-yard stare. The 1,000-yard stare, shell shock. But now we know it as PTSD. Free Diddy. Tiger Stewart said, free Diddy, man. He might be on the eve of coming home. This case is close. Your data on the skills of men considered too old for the military duty, but potentially useful for war effort. From my history and the legend of my family, he was going to fight. He was actually going to fight. They had some that was doing he was in communications, I believe. But it was still dangerous at that particular time. It was dangerous. Yeah, it was dangerous at that particular time. But yeah, man, it's on a matter of record, man, that he had served. And his old lady, she had to take over his job at the plant, and they were making weapons and stuff like that, and also making care packages for the troops over there. But yeah, we're not distracted by this. Diddy, we're gonna see what happens. But as of right now, yeah, it's thick in that courtroom. You said several of yours did also over the age of 45. They were in the old man draft, Firefly. Or they might have been officers, or it could have been that they were officers in the war. But officers are older too. They might have been officers or something. And they were already, they were already in the service, probably, right? Were your family already in the service? And they probably were officers. They probably were career servicemen. My dad served. I wasn't born yet. My dad served in Nam. He served in I can actually tell you what it is. You can go research it. They got caught on a bridge and had to fight their way out. And he got shot in the leg, and one of his buddies that was in there, he lost his arm. I mean, he lost his hand. And he got out. Once he lost his hand, he came home. My dad stayed in. It was Tet something, Tet offensive. I learned that at his funeral. I didn't know that prior to that. I was young still. And I was not close to being born. Like I said, I was nowhere. I was in the, I was in space. I don't know where I was, but you said, how old are you? How old am I? Well, put it this way. I have a very, what do you call it? Um, Significant birthday coming up. Very significant. I'm a product of the 70s. I grew up in the 80s. Sure did. I grew up in the Reagan administration, or we called the Reagan era. Those 8 years we call the Reagan era, man. Yeah, we call the Reagan era. And yeah, so very good times, man. Very good times. Very, very good times back then. It was challenging times. Like this park I'm sitting in, I couldn't sit here in the 80s. No, sir. I couldn't sit. This thing is gentrified over here, man. It's crazy. People walking the little dogs and enjoying the greenery. It's still at night. It's still a little suspect out here, though. You got to be careful. You got to be careful out here. I know you're not trying to be fresh, Dolores. Thank you, though. I appreciate you. You said, but yeah, man. So Diddy, as we know, Mr. West showed up. I knew he was coming because he supported him. I knew he was gonna make his cameo appearance at some point. He's not gonna be left out. You're not gonna leave him out of this. He's gonna be like, at least he could say, I showed up, I supported, like that. You know who your real friends are when you get down into something, you know? Yeah, it's still more safe these days in the 90s. You say you grew up young in the 90s, though? Way more violent. Yeah, it is. The 90s was very treacherous, especially out here where I'm sitting. It didn't start getting better until after I moved to Virginia. I think it started getting better around here in the 2010s, because they redid this park and they started building things over here, and they started, people started moving in. It's very beautifully set over here, like the old architecture and the old houses. I forget, um, I forget the era style houses you call this, but this area here was actually, okay, the history of this area where I'm at, it changed in the 1970s. A lot of people moved to the suburbs. They called it white flight. Yeah, have you ever heard that in history? Where they moved to the suburbs, and this area actually was a predominantly melanated area, well-to-do area over here where I'm at. And it changed in the 80s. In the 80s, it got bad over here. But the houses remain the same, though. The houses was well kept, though. They preserved their homes over here. And a lot of these people that live in these homes now are second generation now, second and third generation that live here now. It's a lot of people from the Caribbean that lives here. It's a Caribbean neighborhood, Jamaican, Haitian, like that. And where I grew up, it was like a mixture. It was, Caribbean. That's why I'm used to all types of food. I'm used to everything. Caribbean, all types of food, man. I grew up around, it's like the melting pot over here, so it's still like that. It's still a melting pot, but it's all like second and third generation. But this area went through a change after the 70s. Right around, yeah, right around 78, 79, people started moving and going to like Short Hills and Livingston, Upper Montclair, um, even going down to South Jersey, different things like that. It was like a change around here. But during Reconstruction, this area was pretty much predominantly all Irish around this area after Reconstruction. I know a lot about this area. I guess because I grew up here, um, but for the most part, everybody coexists. That's how it was when I was growing up. I'm used to different cultures, different things like that. The police department was predominantly all, let me see, Irish, Italian. Predominantly, the fire department was all Italian. Stuff like that. The police department was mixed. It was always a mixed police department here. You had different coaches in the police department. My uncle, well, we call him my uncle. He's not my blood uncle. He retired police chief in Newark. He was a police chief throughout the 80s. He retired in 1990. He was in there for the 70s all the way down to the 80s. And yeah, Haitian too. It's a lot of mixed culture here. Haitian, Jamaican, all throughout the islands here. All of that here. That's why I'm used to all that Creole food, man. But around this area, it's a lot of nice homes around here. Mayor of the city used to live around here. But as you go like down further, you go into Newark, it gets a little worse. It's a little bad over there. It's still like that. I was driving around. It's still bad. Still is. They did some nice stuff with certain parts of Newark, New Jersey. Newark is the biggest city in New Jersey. Um, it's the biggest city. However, down there, downtown, they did a lot with downtown. They had the Prudential Center there, everything. But when you get towards like on the outskirts, it's bad. It's really bad. It's still the same. It's been like that, like I said, since the 60s, after the riots. Actually, even before the riots. Because when I grew up, you still had buildings burned from the riots in the 60s. And they saying it's just recovering a little bit since them riots. It's craziness. The riots that happen around the country, Watts, Newark, a few other places around the country. But now they're saying, like, let me just go back to this trial for a minute. They're trying to bring race into it. They're trying to say this racial is race into this now. They were talking about that juror because I don't know the makeup of juror number 6, but everybody's saying it's a brother. They saying he's like the only one on the jury. I don't think so. I think there's two of them. There's two actually. There's not just one brother on the jury. There's more. It's like two, possibly three. I think it's two at least. But they didn't talk about that they were kicking him off. They just want to question him about something. It's something technical. I kind of don't want to say what it is, so we'll just let them report on it. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Oh, they just dismissed him. He lied on his application. Oh boy. Well, that's nothing. Well, that's on him if he lied on it. They just dismissed him. Now people are gonna try to use that if he get convicted. Now saying, see, they got the brother. He might have been the one that was agreeable, the one that was nodding his head. He might have been. Okay, thank you for letting me know because I'm out here in the park getting some sun. I had to take care of my mother today because I had to be around. We finally got her a nurse. The nurse was up there earlier. And the crazy part about it is my mother used to be a nurse, so she know all about the business. She retired. Yeah, man, it's been a while since she retired. She retired about 10 years ago, but she used to work in this system. The system is broken, man, when it comes to the elderly. She's not, I don't consider her elderly. She's still young, though. But what happened was she had back surgery and it was messing with her and it slowed her down. And the crazy thing about it is her friend had the same problem and her friend got back problems. So I go over there and check on her too, make sure she all right. She was sitting up there watching the Diddy because she was like, you ain't going today? I was like, I'm sitting and making sure you all right. I'll go back Monday. Um, like that. Yeah, she still know what time it is. She used to be she's a nurse for a long time. That's why when she was in the hospital, she was telling them stuff. It was crazy. And she worked in that hospital on top of it. It's crazy. Then she went into personal care. She worked for a doctor's office and she was watching she worked for a nursing home. Then she had to stop that because she got depressed. Because every time I turn around, she was going to a funeral. And she get close to the patient, so she had to stop doing that. You said what side you fighting on in the US versus T war? I didn't know it was a war. Yeah, when she was in a nursing home, man, every time I called, she was crying. Had to go to a funeral. I'm like, Mom, why do you get so attached? She had to stop because she was getting depressed. She had to stop. She had to go back to the work in the doctor's office. And she considered that boring, but it's better than being depressed all the time. But so so you saying US versus Trump war. I ain't know there was a war going on. I didn't know that. You put me on to something. So what side am I on? I'm on my side. How about that? I'm on my side. I'm on my side. But there's no side really. Like I was waiting for Firefly to answer that one. She'll be the one to answer that. So if she says, let me see what she said. She said there's no side. Okay, well I'm with her then. I'm with Fire. She the OG. I'm with Firefly. She said ain't no side, yo. I'm going with what she's saying. If she said ain't no side, then we're gonna have to just um go on with something else. You said you're on the side of God, Audrey. That's a good answer. Because that's ultimately who's in control of everything. I don't even want to get biblical on you. But we know we know that just because you said it. But Diddy, I mean, he has, of course, naturally, if you're in that situation, he has a right to be. He has every reason to be concerned right now. He does. He doesn't want to do no time. I know people saying he's going to be found guilty on something, and his lawyer said they got him on the they may got him on the trafficking. He don't want to be caught on that trafficking because there's a mandatory minimum on that. It's 15 years. It's a mandatory minimum. You don't want that because the judge can't go under the guidelines. This is federal. So if there's a mandatory minimum, the judge have to at least sentence him to that. And he could sentence him to more. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm on God's side. Because that's ultimately who's in control of this. God has to say. And think about this. We're all experiencing this life at the same time. So that's a blessing in itself just to be experiencing, whether it's good or bad. And I know these birds splashing water on my ass. I'm right here by a puddle, and they don't give a damn I'm sitting here. They're like, look, man, get out the way then if you don't want to get splashed. They sitting up here splashing me, man. Look, they stopped because I said it. It's like they all stop. Like, okay, we gonna splash you again. I kind of think they're doing it on purpose so I can get up. It's some city birds, yo. They don't move for me. They don't fly either. They're like, either you gonna get up and stop talking, or we gonna keep splashing you. We gonna get our bird bath one way or the other. One just flew right by my head. Guys, let me leave nature alone, man, before I mess around and get attacked. He said it's so humid today. They trying to cool off. Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're like, you need to get out the way then. They said, if you gonna get out the way, you said God did it. Yep, that's right, Sylvia. God did that. That's damn sure right. God was in control of that. You still had an assignment. Your assignment wasn't done. You still have an assignment here. Everybody matters, believe it or not. I like to say some people are just downright evil, though. Some people are. But there's a plan for them, too. Yeah, I know they said stop. Then they stopped again. Like, you mess around, we going to crap on you. You keep it up. I'm not under a tree, though, so they might fly by and crap on me, like what happened the other day. Right on my arm, too. Because I was out there, like, shooting them away. Now, I'm not doing that no more. They set up there and crapped on me, man. They're like, yeah, you're going to shoot us away. All right. One thing you can't do out here, though, you can't eat. You can't eat out in this park because them damn freeloading ass geese. That you can't do out here. And the crazy thing is they could be way on the other side and here they come to you. Here they come. So that's something you can't do. Freeloading ass geese. As you can tell, I'm not a nature person. I'm not. Oh, the pigeons? You talking about in New York? Man, them pigeons, man. I call them flying rats. They smart, though. It's a need for them, I guess. It's a need. Somebody be out there feeding them bread. And that's over there near Chinatown. And what's messing with me and Miss Knockout went to the Chinese spot yesterday, right? And she said this Chinese spot is one of the only spots where the chicken tastes like chicken. She said it's real chicken. She like it tastes like chicken. go sit in the car before they sit up there and crap on me. They started flying over my head. Should go sit in this car, yo. They probably gonna crap on my car. I just got it washed too. You said we're gonna have to learn what real food tastes like. I had vegetable fried rice. I don't eat meat. It was good though. It didn't make me sick. It was packed too. That place, man, it had a lot of people in. That's why I said this might be a good spot. And she said it was a good spot. It was a lot of police in there. So I'm like, yeah, it must be a good spot. They was in there ordering. I ran into one of the police officers. I almost had to change my vibration, man. I said, let me stay focused. Ashe, let me stay focused. Let me stay focused. Go ahead and arrest me. Let me stop. Let me stop, man. I can't say it, man. Listen, you know, when Kanye pulled up, all yours truly was right there to greet him, that lady that be out there yelling. This guy said, will you please be quiet because you messing everybody footage up. That was hilarious. You said you won't eat watermelon unless it's seeded, The black seeds, right? I can't find nothing with black seeds in it no more. When I was a kid, they had black seeds, not no more. The best thing is to get land and grow your own stuff, man. But then even the seeds, they doing something with the seeds. Best thing is to go live overseas. I noticed in some of them Asian countries, man, they eat. These people can eat, yo. They eat all day and don't gain no weight. All day. They just eating. And y'all don't gain no damn weight. That's because they don't got that stuff in that food. That's why. That's what I'm gonna do when I retire. I'm going to the scooch. That's where I'm going. Hopefully I'll be booed up by then. Damn, so I didn't know the jury got kicked off, guys. I didn't know that. That's crazy. Are you sure? Y'all, yeah, did they reporting that? It's crazy. Lied on the thing, huh? I'm telling you right now, when they start deliberating, it's gonna be crazy out there. I'm just telling y'all. I'm gonna be right up in the mix. I'm gonna stay in the break room though. So if they announce something, I'll just quickly go back to the overflow room. That's what I'm gonna do. And as far as other trials I'm looking at, let me get this. I'm looking at the Gilgo Beach homicide trial that's gonna be in New York. He's a alleged serial killer, Rex Heuermann. And they said, what's the music executive? They said he got a trial coming up in New York. You know I'm gonna be at that. So I'm gonna be at that, and I'm gonna be at what's the dude name? Luigi. whenever he decided to have his case. Luigi Mangione. We'll go to that one. So I'm gonna be boots on the ground for y'all, man. Now, if y'all want me to go out there to, if y'all want me to go to Keefe D trial, man, I'm gonna have to set a GoFundMe or something because I can't drive out there. As bad as I want to drive cross country, not right now. So Keefe D is on hold, and I wonder why. Wonder why. They're talking about going after KK now. They said she's a co-conspirator, man. I want to know if she testifying next week because they said they're going to rest her case either Wednesday or Friday. So they still have time to bring her in, but they haven't said anything about her yet. So maybe they'll say something today, but I'm not there today. But I do have boots on the ground though, so I am getting the skinny what's happening. But the person that's giving me the information, she in court right now. But I met a lot of people out there. You know, Lovely T out there. She out there today. Yep. She out there. You know, Tisa out there. I'm cool with Tisa. Tisa is off the hook, yo. She said she talked to Kanye. And she said I might get him to cut his eye at me. You know what I'm saying? You know, do my hair. Tisa said she gonna get that interview with him. She said, I'm waiting for that one. I'm gonna see if she get that interview or not. She actually talked. She said she talked to him. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if she people trying to hate on her though, talking about when you talking crap about him, now all of a sudden you want to interview him. I mean, shit, she out there. If he want to interview with her, let him do it. Let her do it. Yeah, the new evidence they haven't talked about yet, Audrey. Well, at least I wasn't there yet. I wasn't there today. You talking about the cell phone stuff. Everybody keep talking about, so, oh my God, yo, yeah, they didn't make a decision on anything about it yet. They haven't made a decision. I was thinking they were gonna make a decision today, but you know how they are. They had to do the jury. They might do it in the afternoon. So, but I'm not there to see it. That's what everybody waiting on, right? But his defense attorney is probably gonna not want that. Oh, the judge dismissed the jury for today. That means that they're talking right now about something else. I'll find out in a second what they're talking about when I get off. Yeah, that's crazy, man. They may be talking about that new evidence. They may be talking about it right now. Because I thought the juror was going to stay to at least 5 today, but I think he did say 4 today. He did say that. No later than that. And we're supposed to have off. When is Juneteenth? Court's not going to be in session. So it's a day off coming up. Oh, the 19th. Yeah, that's coming up Thursday. I don't think court is in session for the 19th. Yeah, I don't think court is going to be in session, man. Judge already called it. So I'm thinking maybe they're gonna close their case Wednesday. That's another 3 days of testimony. So we will see if KK show up. Oh yeah, yeah. Father's Day is Sunday, right? So it's good to let him go now. Damn. So that juror got let go, huh? Interesting. Hey man, it is what it is. Move on. That's why you have alternates. They had 6 alternates. Now they must be down to 5. I don't know. I didn't. Maybe they announced her today, but I'm gonna have to find out from my homegirl in the courtroom to see if they announced her name. Because at the end of the day, they usually say, "Okay, who do you have next?" Yeah, the juror. I heard the juror was black. So they said they making about race. People are going, but see, the thing is that they found out that there was something on the jury form, something else. Avid, are you still there? Yeah, yeah. Guys, there's an online uproar going on right now because they let the brother go. Yeah, there's a uproar going on, man. I knew it was gonna cause something. Yeah, they let him go. Yeah, people hot about it. The jury got let go. Ravens fan. They said it's a brother. So it's an uproar going on about it, saying that it's about race. I knew that was gonna come. I knew something was coming, man. I knew it. Something about to break off. That's what I thought. I said something get ready to break off. Yeah, the two that got unalive in Vegas, Pistons and Caitlin Clark fan. Yeah, I heard about it. The YouTubers, right? This a you they over YouTube, something going on YouTube. Ain't that crazy? Is that what you're talking about? The YouTube situation? Let me tell y'all something real quick. If I offended you, I apologize. Do you hear me? Do y'all hear me right now? If I have offended you, I apologize. I apologize. Don't come up to that court acting a fool on me. I apologize. Okay? I apologize right now. Let's let bygones be bygones, and let's, like Diddy said, let's stay in the light. Let's stay in the light, man. Don't y'all come on Chinatown and run me up out of Chinatown. Don't y'all do it. Because I'm not running. Anything can happen on Ravens fan. Anything can happen. I would be concerned if I was him, though. You heard me, Carol? I apologize because people out here popping off, man. Popping off over YouTube. What'd you say, Max? You blocked me the other day? I'll unblock you. Damn, you want me to unblock you? It's not that deep. I'll unblock you. Ravens fan said he's cooked in my man. Ravens fan is going down. Okay, thank you, Carol. I hope you say thank you for saying I'm good. Damn. Ain't that something? I'm sitting up at the trial. The next thing you know, you hear somebody get screaming. It's me, my ass. Get this crazy person off me. Get him off me. Get them off me. And look, I'll go viral for the wrong damn reason. Y'all be like, is that Max over there screaming? Running up the street? Get this person away from me. Please. Please get this person away from me. Please. Because I'm telling you, I stick out. Like you will see me. I can't blend in, man. I don't know what it is. I cannot blend in for nothing. I can't. I need to lose some weight. That's what I need to do. Because people keep saying, man, you should bodyguard. What the fuck? I'm not that big, man. Maybe I can't see myself from the outside. Maybe I am. But I can run. Don't think I can't run. Don't think so. Don't think so, man. I can run. You said you said someone trying to control an entire city or street is insane. YouTube, it's like that. That's why I said if I offended somebody, I apologize. Yeah, the judge said the juror dismissed, don't return Monday. Damn, the judge said the juror dismissed, don't return Monday. Now you know what they need to do? They need to interview that juror to see what the other jurors are thinking. They need to do that now. Has any other celebrity showed up? There was a producer that showed up. I forget his name. They kicked him out of the courtroom. He's a producer. And then he came into the overflow room where I was at, and then he left. But Kanye West is the biggest one to show up. You say he's sworn to secrecy until after the trial. No, I'll be bumping my gums, yo. I'm like, look, man, Diddy cooked. He is cooked. Y'all better help. And we need some milk. I don't think he cooked. I'll be doing all type of interviews right now, man. I like, they let me go. It's racial. It's racial. No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Somebody said, boy, you can't even yell racial, man. You half original, man. That's what they say to me. Man, y'all, I'm a brother, man. Y'all leave me alone. That's what somebody said. Man, you half what does that mean? Half original. Like, what does that mean? Yeah, he need to be very concerned, Ravens fan. He does. I got the feeling. He needs to be concerned. You said Ye said, I heard my name way too much. So he popped up like the boogeyman. He did too. He kept hearing Ye, and Ye popped up. He said, I'm hearing my name too much now. What's happening about this trial here? Yeah, YouTube, did you see how he pulled up? He pulled up looking like a comic book hero with his all white on. Looking like a comic book hero, man. You said you're not aboriginal. You said you're not full aboriginal. Come on, Abbott. Why y'all doing that to me? Of course I am. I am 100% aboriginal from this right here. Right over here. Okay? Right over here. I am from right in this soil right here. That's it. You said say his name 3 times and he popped up. He did pop up, and it was nobody expected him to show up. They weren't prepared for it. They said the guards were scrambling and scraping, trying to find where they're gonna put him, and then he just left, just like that. He just left. Yeah, his name popped up. He's like, wait a minute now. You know, Ye had to show up. I knew he was gonna show up. You too. You know he can't be outdone. He got to show up. So now he can say, Puff, you know I had your back, Puff. Don't you know what I'm saying? You can say I had your back, Puff. I know Puff like, damn, Everybody showed, and nobody showed, but Ye showed up. Because Ye is real. He is. Say what you want to say about him. He's a real dude. He just got a lot of money. You said Ye came and changed the vibration. You said the one drop. Look at Hello D, man. You see what you started, Abbott? He said one drop rule on me, man. Damn. Guys, yo, you hear my voice? Don't I sound like a brother? You listen to my voice. Come on, man. Listen to my voice. That'll give it away right there. I'm not one of those people you look at and be like, damn, I can't tell. No, you can tell. Y'all crazy. You know what I'm saying? So because you said I'm not all Aboriginal or something. You said yeah, needs help with self-confidence. No, Ye showed up. His name was being brought up in court. So he had to pull up. Okay, what y'all talking about? I was involved in what? What y'all talking about, man? What y'all talking about, man? I'm involved in what now? I would have showed up too. I'm like, what was I doing? I'm doing what now? She lying. I would say that you better put me on that stand. She lying. She lying. She lying. It wasn't me. No, I'll be like, she helped me with the free golf. She helped me with it. Or something. I'd come up with something. Actually, I wouldn't want to admit to that. Because I don't want Comey and her girls coming after me. Because there's some serious ass lawyers. I'm telling y'all, man. Just the suits they wear. They just serious, man. I'm telling y'all. You said Ye came to let Puff know. Don't play yourself. Don't play yourself, Puff. Don't name drop me, Puff. Don't name drop me because I got tea too. You know Ye got tea. He got some tea. So don't do it. Nah, he came to support because Christian met him and gave him a handshake. You know, we can't just shake each other hand. We gotta shake and hug. You know what I'm saying? That's the brother shake. You know what I'm talking about. Was today the only day Kanye will show? I know I'm gonna be there Monday, so hopefully show up Monday. I'm like, yay, let me get that interview, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember he used to live in Jersey City. Say I'm lying. He used to live in Jersey City near my cousin. He don't remember me though. I didn't even know he lived there because he used to live there. I used to see him, but I didn't know that was Kanye West at the time. I just used to remember. I used to remark on his polo rugbies because he used to wear polo a lot. That's the only thing I knew about him. I didn't know he was a rapper at the time because I wore a polo too. You know what I'm saying? I used to take notice at his polo rugbies. I was like, yo, that's a nice rugby, you know, like that. But then when he blew up, I said, oh shoot, that's that dude right there. But I didn't know he was Kanye at the time. I didn't know that. Didn't know, man. Not at the time. I'd be lying if I told you. If I knew him, I didn't. I used to see him though. He was spotted at the Jersey at Newark Airport. I mean, if he was at Newark Airport, he could fly private into Newark Airport. They have a private jet landing area over there. He don't always have to go to Teterboro. Lauren from the Breakfast Club stated that Ye attempted to go yesterday, but they said he stayed in the car. He didn't actually get out. They told him no. And then they also said they don't want him coming there to influence the jury. But that's not true. I don't believe that. He's a citizen. He's allowed to sit in there unless he's going to testify. then he can't sit in there. But if he just want to come chill, yeah, he could do that. He's a citizen. He could do that. You said so. Christian has a phone in there. I thought Mama Combs had her phone too. What percentage? You gonna have to, guys. What do y'all think? Um, I said it's dead even, so I give him a 50-50 shot. But again, when you're looking at the statutes, we could sit here and break down the statutes, and we break down the statutes don't look good when we break them down. I'm ready too, Sharice, for the defense to present their case. You think so, B? Going to jail enough for life. Oh my God, Ravens, that's not good. You give him a 25% chance? Damn, that's not good. That's not good. The feds, they have a 90 what percent conviction rate. It's very high. Yeah, I heard about that, Scorpio. Everybody's waiting to see what it is. And then everybody talking about the cell phone. That's not going to be that's probably being addressed now. I know. I got tired of people asking about it. I said, "Oh my God, man." I said, "I wish." I said, "But because people kept asking me, I'm like, they haven't addressed it, not yet." Because people like, "Man, Max is on the docket." I know, but they haven't addressed it yet. They might be addressing it now. You said Ye won't be a witness because he can't listen. Right? He can't be in the courtroom, so he's not a witness. He just showed up. I mean, he just showed up to support. Something was going on yesterday because Christian and them van, it stayed in front of the courtroom for about an hour. So something was going on. Something definitely was going on. So Ye was probably trying to get in then. And they were trying to maybe work it out and they told him to come back. But he definitely was spotted in New York City yesterday. You said sound like Abbott isn't a Diddy fan. I still think polo is a classic look, even to this day. I'll rock a rugby to this day. I had one, but shit. Look, I said to myself to make myself feel better. I said, this thing shrunk. No, it didn't. My ass got bigger. No, it didn't shrink. And I can't wear it now because it's too damn tight. It's gonna look like I'm trying to show off my muscles. I'm gonna look like a whole fool. So I can't even wear it no more. They have a 97% conviction rate. That's a high conviction rate. Yeah, he was there. He couldn't get in the courtroom. They did make an overflow room for him. Lauren said it. But and everybody was looking at Lauren, all the reporters, they thought that he was with Lauren because they went to Lauren. She was like, he's not with me. Because they heard her on the Breakfast Club this morning. And they thought that Ye went to meet her to go in. But she said everybody was looking at her. And because sometimes Lauren be in the overflow room if she get there late, because sometimes she got to go do her job first, right? She got to go on the radio. And then she'll come to the courtroom, right? So when she comes to the courtroom, she'll stay in the overflow room until after lunch. Then she'll go in there where Diddy at. But if she get there late, nah. Yeah, she get there late, then she'll be with us. But she get in there after lunch. He had on some kind of boots. He dressing like it ain't hot out here. But see, it's always cool where he at. Get back in the Maybach in the air condition. Yeah, they open an overflow room just for Ye. He can't just walk in there normal. You know, it's a security issue because they got to make sure somebody's watching him so nothing happened to him. And he went in through the front too. He like, hell with that. Let's just roll. He said he saw a video. He said that's not good. He's selling these videos to other high end celebs. Yeah, they don't want the jury to see him for some reason. Yeah, he wouldn't be in there with Diddy, Sharice. Yeah, he could have disrupted the hearing YouTube just for his presence being in there. But he wasn't acting crazy. He was quiet walking in. Yes, they said that he wasn't on the family list. Yeah, they had a separate room for him, B. They made an overflow room for him, but he only stayed 30 minutes. And then he's back to being Ye. Ye can't come in there normal, man. He looked like he was a comic book hero, man. The way he was walking, I said, look at him. He can't do nothing normal. You know what I'm saying? Had on a coat, knowing it's hot out here. But that's Ye, man. You say he would have done something outlandish. He's too volatile. He'd have been like, "There's a black man up in here. Y'all get him." And they would have to kick him out, man. That's a black man. They doing this to the brother. Nah, he would have been okay. I think he'd have been straight. Yeah, I think he'd have been straight. You said he would have pulled a Jack Nicholson. Y'all can't handle the truth. No, I think he's allowed in there where Diddy at. Why not? Like, why can't he go in there? Why can't he go in there? They just got to put him on the family list. At this point, him and Diddy family, fuck that. Like, if he the only one supporting him, I knew he was gonna show up. I'm like, he got to show up. He ain't gonna be overdone now. He got to make his appearance. He ain't influencing the jury. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? He just in there chilling, Avid. Who is gonna be? Who is gonna be? His first interview, Cash. I'm not sure. I would say he should give it to Lauren LaRosa. I would say Lauren. He should give it to Lauren because Lauren has been fair and in balance. Fair and balanced, excuse me. Like with her reporting, it's been fair. Yeah, Lauren has been fair. Yeah, Lauren has been you say you already know Jane Doe her rent ain't cut off. She ain't had no choice. Actually, no, her rent might be cut off. But she was doing the most on that right there. Yeah, her rent is good as cut off. If her rent might be good as cut off. But is it really her fault though? I don't know. Like that this happened. You said if he's acquitted, the government would just the firearm and drugs. Even that carries some time. He don't want to do no time, Abbott. He was gonna pay OJ Simpson $100K for an interview. He never got it because OJ got sick. He never did get it. Never did get that interview. You said they found all the guns in the security guard's office. They sit in the courtroom. The alternates, they're in the courtroom. They listen to the trial as well. And then after the trial, they go somewhere else, and the jury go in the deliberation room. The 12 go into the deliberation room, but the alternates are listening to the case as well. Yep. They're all in there. You said, well, I do know who definitely not going to be friends after this. You talking about Jay? He might be helping on the low, Abbott. He might be too big to be out and about, out the closet. He got to do it in the closet. He got to stay in the closet with it because he too big. If he came to the courtroom, man, they won't even let Jay in the building. He will, man. They wouldn't. Never mind the overflow room. They ain't gonna let him in the building. Like, no, no, sir. I can see his hair a mile away. You could see him. Jay like, keep your cool. He just cool. You know what I'm saying? Jay cool. Everything's cool. The overflow room can get crowded, but they will make as many overflow rooms as possible. Like if it gets crowded to where nobody else can sit in there, they'll open up another room for you. Like if you're not in, so if you come to the courtroom, Cashmere, you coming from Jersey? If you coming from Jersey, yeah, you just roll over there, and you could just roll over there, and you'll be on the 24th floor. You'll be on 24B. But if need be, they'll open up 24A. If need be. So if it's to the point where it's really, really crowded, they open up another one for you. I remember one time they had to open up another overflow room. It was only 8 of us in there, man. That was awesome. We were just chilling in there. You said you got a comrade from Plainfield, New Jersey. He said he came up there, and he said it was too reckless, and he come back. He talking about outside. He probably thought it was reckless outside. Yeah, I probably hit the floor, Cherise. Y'all wouldn't believe me, and I don't know how I'll be able to prove it. Unless it's somebody in the room with me, I have to get them on camera for y'all to believe me. I'm like, guys, I was sitting right next to him, man. We was chilling. But I mean, Gene Dill come up in there all the time in the overflow room. He's well known, to this situation. I swear he don't need no bodyguards. He don't. No, he don't. No, he don't. He's his own bodyguard. That's how big he is. He's his own. He walked like it too. He's his own bodyguard, man. I see why they call him Big Gene. Yeah, I'm a jet. You from Jersey, Cashmere. I remember you. I remember you from Facebook. You know my boy Born. I remember you. Thank you for the blessing. Yep, you from Jersey. You from my neck of the woods, actually. I believe that's you. You know Born. I met you through Born, I believe. I'm surprised Born didn't come to the trial. I'm gonna have to ask him if he gonna show up. You said her bank alert should have been pending balance 0. You said, no, I don't know nobody named. Oh, okay. He said, you don't know nobody named Born. There's another Cashmere, though. I know somebody named Cashmere. He's in the military. My bad, I got you mixed up. You said, I'm from Harlem, but I live in. That is you, Cashmere. Cashmere, that's you, man. Yeah, you are from New York. That's you. You say you don't know nobody named Born and you laugh. You know him. Yeah, I know you like, damn, he got a good memory. I do got a good memory. That's you. It most certainly is you. It is. You know how I know? Because I said you was in the military. So you can't deny that one. If you say you weren't in the military, then it's not you. But if you say you in the military, yes, I know who you are. For sure. For sure. We used to be in that Facebook group together, the sports group. It's been a minute. I have a good memory. He's like, no, I'm not from Jersey. I'm from New York. Yeah, that's you. Because you are from, yeah, he's from Cat, yeah.